ashes melted back to life. Done my time and served my sentence. Dress me up and watch me die. If it feels good, tastes good, it must be mine. Dynasty decapitated, you just might see a ghost tonight. And if you don't know now, you know. I'm taking back the crown. I'm all dressed up and naked. I see what's mine and take it.
Oh, I got a big smile tonight. If y'all heard that music, you already know the demon has been summoned, and this is hell of a show. And we are apt to have a hell of a time up here tonight. This is something that I have been looking forward to for quite some time, having some fun with this. So let me know if you're in here. Let me know if you can see and hear me okay in the comments. We'll get going here very shortly. Want to thank everyone for being here right now, everyone that will be here in the post views as well. But let me see some comments out here, and we will get started here very shortly. Hit that share button. We want to make sure we have enough people watching this thing. It's going to get interesting around here. Most of my shows have always been around the comic industry, and I have been talking to y'all, telling you there's something new that's going to be branching out, something new that's coming up. We're working on that, and now tonight it is official. So tonight we have a Rastlin show. Yeah, that's right. I'm going to say it straight up, just as country as I can, because I'm mainly from the Houston area, Texas, around there. So Rastlin is what it's all about. Not wrestling, but Rastlin. And we're going to get into that tonight. So let me know you can see and hear me, and we will get going on here. It looks like everything is set up on my end. We're on YouTube and Twitter live tonight, and we have got some fun stuff coming up for you. So we're going to get started on this now and let y'all know what's up, because I can't be the only pretty face we got up here right now. So we got James Sims is here. James, appreciate you being here. Looking good, sounding good. Well, you must not be looking and hearing what I'm seeing here, because it's me up here. I mean, I don't sound that good, and I damn sure don't look that good. But I certainly appreciate it. So we're going to have some fun right now since I have confirmation. So hell of a show. Rastlin event is about to begin. I wish I had a bell to ding right now, because we're going to have some fun. Let's go ahead and bring out the people we got. Right now we're going to introduce, let's start with Ronnie Rotten.
How you doing?
What's up, Ronnie?
Hey, how you doing, man?
Hey, doing great. Give me just a moment. Let's get everyone else up on here real quick. We got Pastor CeeLo.
Yes, good people. Good people, yes.
My guy.
Yes, before everybody says it, I know I'm breaking, one of my rules on here about no religion, but Pastor CeeLo's, he's okay. He's supposed to be up here.
No religion. By the time you get done with me, you will be donating to my religion, yes.
Now, we can't stop there, because this panel wouldn't be complete unless we added some other element on here. And the other element that I can think of, let me see, we got Ronnie Rotten, we got a pastor, we got a demon. Let's throw a ninja in here. What about that? Ninja Mack.
Ninjas. I like ninjas.
Yo, demon, Ronnie, pastor, y'all want to make a bet tonight?
What is going on?
Let's go, yes.
Hey, before we get started into this and have a ton of fun and get to know everything that's going on with these guys, let's go ahead and start off around here. We're going to start with Ronnie Rotten. Let us know who you are, what you do, and where you're from. Go ahead and give us that pitch out there.
Yeah, definitely, demon. My name is Ronnie Rotten. I'm the owner of Extreme Firewood out of Cleveland, Ohio. Obviously, self-explanatory, pro wrestling podcast. We're a professional wrestling company out of Cleveland, Ohio.
Nice. And Pastor CeeLo, go ahead and let us know who you are and what you do.
Well, yes. I am a wrestler out of Ohio, but I am also a full-time pastor, a part-time exorcismist, and right now I am a seasonal exterminator. I got a rat problem. I won't get into that right now, but where I'm from, I'll tell you what I'm from. I am from a light fall at the end of the tunnel. Second Baptist, third trimester, second brother, twice removed, down the street, around the corner from your baby mama's house. Church of Celoism, yes. The good church, yes.
Nice. Now, I'm going to go ahead and let you know right now, I got my finger on the button, so if you start doing some exorcism on a demon up in here, we're going to have some issues, because this demon's got to stick around.
You stay over there, I stay over here. We're good.
I'm good with that. We do that. All right, and Ninja Mack, go ahead and let us know who you are, what you do, and where you're from, man.
Watashi wa nama Eva Ninja Makudes. And for you fans that don't understand Japanese, I am Ninja Mack. I am out of Houston, Texas. I work for Pro Wrestling Noah. I recently became your 50th Junior GHC Heavyweight Championship, and I actually returned back to the United States on Saturday to do a couple runs on the Indies before I make a return back to Japan.
Nice, very nice. So
Oh,
we
Mr.
got
Fancy Pants. Ooh.
we've got an interesting group up here. I have been looking forward to this like y'all could not believe. So we're going to delve right into this thing. We're talking wrestling tonight.
Rastlin.
First of all, I want to go ahead and throw this out there because there are going to be naysayers. There are going to be, we're not dealing with trolls. They know that there's no trolling because of the 4 rules that are in here. But I'm going to say it right now. That anyone that comes in and says wrestling, whatever is fake, better have some kind of indication on exactly what they're talking about in that. Some of the scripted versions of it, fake. Whenever they're flying off the ropes and falling on people and things like that, I'm going to go with not fake on that one. And we're going to start off with Ninja Mack on this one because I've been watching some of your videos, and some of the things that you do are not physically able to be done, to my knowledge. And I know it's got to have a little bit of a pain level whenever you land. It's it's not. It's like you don't hurt whenever you're falling from a plane. It's that sudden stop that'll get you every time. So I want to ask you, what kind of pain levels are you going through out there? I mean, is it stuff that you're able to walk away from most of the time, or is it some things that you go, man, that hurt a little more than I thought it should?
Yeah, just like any other sport, you're going to get bumps, you're going to get bruises. Wrestlers put their lives on the line. You're in that ring. In my last match, I won my 50th GHC Junior Heavyweight Champion because my opponent fractured his elbow, and he couldn't get up, he couldn't finish the match, and so they declared me the winner. So every time we step in that ring, you're taking bumps, you're getting bruises, you're putting body limbs on the line. So to say wrestling is fake is to say that movies are fake. I mean, everyone goes and watches them, and you put everything out on the line, and I would say walking away, the way I train, I'm able to walk away safely. I know we see a lot of crazy stuff, but I think through my discipline, I walk away unhurt most of the time, but I don't consider bruises any kind of injury. So I think that's just part of the world we live in. That's what we expect. And, everyone, the humans are evolving. We're always getting stronger and faster. So I think we can always endure more also.
Nice. And that's good that you're able to have that mindset that, you can walk away. And you saying, bruises are bruises and part of it. That's a good mindset to have on there. That way you don't go and, oh, I broke a nail, I can't finish the match. I don't know many people that actually do that actually last anywhere in the wrestling world. Ronnie Rotten, I got to ask, since you're actually an owner and promoter over there, some of the people that you've had come through over there, I mean, have you been able to kind of look at them and give them a first look over and go, you'll make it? Or you look at them going, ooh, I might have to put you on the back burner for a little bit longer before you actually pick up some things?
So, you never like to really judge a book by its cover, but some of the times in this business, you kind of tell that. You can kind of tell who's thirsty, who wants it, who takes it serious, who doesn't. Then there's some people just out of nowhere, they get motivated that, you see the fire catch underneath them. You see the ball of fire go underneath them, and sometimes it's the people who you don't expect that end up succeeding, or sometimes you could just see a kid right off the bat and like, when I first got into the business, I actually was a trained professional wrestler. I trained with uh, Eric from the Viking Raiders. So, buddy of mine, I've known him for a long time. He's obviously done some cool things now in WWE. Is there. Training hurts, wrestling hurts. Catching I'm 6'3", 250, but catching a big guy like that, it hurts. He's just a big guy. But yeah, there's bumps and bruises all over this business, and usually you could kind of tell who's thirsty and who wants it, and you could tell a guy, oh, he gets it. But there's those guys who you look at and you're like, the next thing you know, they come in a year later, year and a half later, built in shape. They took it serious. They got personal trainer, professional wrestling trainer out there, and they catch fire. So it's you don't want to judge a book by its cover, but yeah, usually you can look at a guy and see his physique and see how he performs in the ring, and you can tell if he's usually taking it serious or not.
And you mentioning about, you can look at the physique and everything is one thing,
Yeah.
but it's not always about just the physique, because I've noticed some guys that are in the professional circuit and some of the indie circuit that you would look at going, there's no way they're a wrestler, but it's the way they carry the crowd.
Yeah.
And
Oh
they're
yeah.
actually in character as much. So this one's
Yep.
actually for the pastor down there, since you're in character and all. How do
Yes.
you how do you remain in character? I mean, how do you not break from that? I mean, is there something that you get into a mindset, something goes through your head before a match or before an event, and you're like, okay, I am this person?
Nah, I don't think I understand what you're saying. I am the good pastor. I wake up the good pastor. I go to sleep always on my right side as the good pastor. I always read the good book every time. There is no character that I need to stay in. I'm always here. He was I, who is he? The Almighty, the light at the end. Yes, yes, yes. But for those that think they need to stay in some type of character, it's a mindset thing. You just gotta keep in mind in the game. It's a focus. It's a good focus. Yes.
Excellent. I mean, it's something that's a lot of fun whenever you go to an event, whenever you go to a match, or even whenever you're watching it, because you can see that the wrestlers, and I'm glad that we can finally call them wrestlers again and not entertainers. I'm throwing that out there right now. WWE did a great thing by changing that first and foremost, because entertainers is one thing. Wrestlers is whenever you get in there and do the work and you're actually physically doing the work. So I appreciate that they fixed that. So that's my soapbox on that one.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
being able to see, the wrestlers out there and being able to see the effect that the crowd has on wrestling. I'm going to go ahead and let you know right now that one of my favorite shows to watch, and I've watched it several times and cannot wait for season 2 to come out, is Heels.
Yeah.
Uh, that one there, I mean, I'm not in the wrestling circuit per se, but I did go behind the scenes with Booker T School of Wrestling. Was able to go behind there. I was actually in the food circuit portion of it. Don't think that I was actually a wrestler. That did not happen. But I was able to see some of the things behind the curtain, which was awesome. So to watch a show like Heels, it shows you that the crowd has a lot more control over this than the storyline does itself. So I'm going to ask Ninja Mack this one. Ninja, whenever you're in there and you're wrestling and the crowd starts doing their thing and they're either cheering for you, booing, whatever they're doing on there, how much does that control how much you put into the match?
As a competitor going in there, it's always nice to listen to the fans in the crowd, but I'm going into the match to win. So dictating what's going to happen. Sometimes you can react to the crowd, but anytime I've ever reacted to a crowd, it hasn't turned out good for me. I usually get beat up when I turn my back to my opponent. So especially in this last year, as I've grown and embraced this Japanese culture, I've taken more of the MMA approach to, you can respond to a crowd and take that second if you like, but I've really focused in on I'm trying to win a match. I'm not trying to give my opponent any time, and I'm really now evolved myself to go more for the win. Stop reacting so much to a crowd. At first, when I first started wrestling, and actually shout out to Booker T, that was my first trainer, Reality Wrestling. I hope you liked Reality Wrestling.
Oh, yes.
I did ponder to the crowd at first. You're a little memorized by the lights when you get out there. The fans react to you the first time. So when you get 200-300 people cheering for you for the first time, it is an all experience. But I think as you grow and as you mature in wrestling, I'm there to win. And that's why I'm the champion right now for Pro Wrestling Noah. I don't ponder to the crowd anymore. I have a goal, I have a set desire, and now I have a plan, and I have to execute to the best of my ability.
That sounds like you're all about business on that one. That's straight up there. If you weren't wearing the mask, I'd still be kind of petrified of listening to something like that from you. So with the mask, even is like, whoo, this guy means business. The question to you, Pastor, is going to be, how much does it control what you do? Because even though you wake up on the right side of the bed, I'm kind of thinking maybe that the crowd kind of goes more towards the left side of the cheers on there.
Now this is the situation. Let's talk about it. Okay. Now, when I get in my good ways, and I come out. The crowd is cheering. The crowd is happy. They love seeing the good one. Why, I'm hot stepping right to left. Yes, I go into the crowd. I chill with the crowd. I love the crowd. They love me. They are the good people. How do they affect me or they get me going? They get me pumped up. They get the good one ready to take up their opponent. Yes, I can't help but listen to the people. I can't help but listen to the good people. They get me going. They get me to the promised land. They get me to the light. I understand you're all about your business. You hold your title. I've held titles, but I've done it with the
No.
good people. They've always been behind me. Maybe it's the different culture. Maybe it's the other people that's drive me a little. Maybe the mask is too tight. I'm not too sure what it could be, but I just believe that you gotta have the people behind you. When they're behind you, it's unlimited. It's infinite ways you can go. Yes.
Infinite ways for what? Pastor Cash coming into your plate?
Now, wait a minute. Those are donations. Every church has their donations.
Okay, okay.
I'm not sure if it's the mask that's too tight or the paper thing that's around your neck that's maybe a little too tight. I don't know. Either way, there's something going on. But those things make me nervous as is, so I feel uncomfortable anyway. So it's a lot of fun seeing that someone else is being uncomfortable wearing it. And let's see, we got the big Kiefer says, put some cash in the plate.
There it is, baby. See?
The people know. They put a little, just put a little in the tray, just a little bit. Yeah.
Now we got someone in the audience here that he can cause a little bit of trouble at times, so be careful of this guy here because he's already doing the chant out there. EFW, EFW, EFW.
Yeah, what's up, Tim?
That is Tim Ingram, Lost Hope Entertainment, and Testify. He put that up.
Yes, of course I would testify for the good one. Yes.
Now, Ronnie, I got to ask you, whenever you're putting together events and things like that, how are you researching to make sure that you've got the right things out there that the crowd is just going to gravitate towards? Something that they look at going, I cannot be without this thing. It's like air. I got to be there now.
Well, I kind of do things a little bit differently with Extreme Fight World. So for example, we go a little bit more MMA based, more strong style professional wrestling. So we have 3 silent 5-minute rounds. So the announcer will announce 5 minutes gone by. There's no stoppage. So, they keep going. So the wrestlers know, hey, this is a round over with. If I'm losing this round, I need to come back. We have 3 judges, things like that. So it's a little bit different. I kind of have more of a culture coming to me, and we're kind of building a fan base around professional wrestling with a little bit of a different gimmick around it.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't necessarily try to appease to the crowd, not trying to sound like a jerk. I love our fan base, but our fan base comes to us for what we do. We're a little bit different than every professional wrestling company out there. No one's doing what we do right now. When it comes to people in the crowd and who they love, the first time I ever seen Pastor, I thought the same thing you were gonna say, Phil. I thought the crowd was gonna absolutely boo him, being a pastor who pats people's pockets down and passes a collection plate around. But the total opposite happened. Our crowd absolutely loved him, and I knew at that moment he had to come back. It went along with kind of what you said at the beginning of the show. Sometimes it doesn't go off of pure physique. The pastor's not walking around here, jacked up. He's in shape guy, but he's not out here, gonna impress you like Brock Lesnar. But when you go to the ring and you perform like that in the ring and you have the crowd feeding onto your hands, and it's not your hometown or it's not your home territory, or it's not even your kind of fan base, it's your first time in that company. He tore the house down, and I knew at that moment I had to have him back in, and I had to put him with the right kind of people and important people. So you just kind of see what your crowd's doing, feed off your crowd, go back, watch your show a couple times, pay attention to the crowd more than pay attention to the wrestling, 2 or 3 times in, and kind of go off of there. But yeah, I mean, just Pastor is a perfect example of someone that you listen to your crowd, and you got to bring that kind of person back.
Nice. And we've got Rommel Thorpe is out here saying, Bob says, the church, even real? where is the location of the Stead Mega Church?
I don't know who this. You know what? For the last few days, I've been investigated by this Bob, whatever, whoever this individual is. The church, the address is in the name. The name is the address. Look it up. It's on Yelp. It's on Google Maps. It's on Facebook. Don't mind him.
Hey, Pastor, with success comes haters, right?
Thank you. We
Yeah,
agree on
yeah,
something.
yeah,
We agree.
yeah.
It may not be too tight, you know.
And I've never been to the church, but I believe it exists.
Every time I step into the ring,
Gotta have faith,
it's
right?
the church. Yes, faith in that. Faith that it is. Exactly.
Yeah,
Faith that the church exists, exactly.
you got to have. I can't even say the word. What is it? F word again? It was the F word. Not that word. The other word. Oh, and let's see, man, Tim's having a blast on this one. No one will slander the good Reverend. Even Ronnie recognizes the good Reverend.
Yes.
Reverend's he's never done me wrong. So.
Yep, and Tim recognizes what up, Ninja.
What
I
up?
will say that I let Tim know who was going to be on here tonight, and he nearly flipped out whenever I let him know that Ninja Mack was going to be on here, and I didn't even have to explain who he was. So he is a fan and knows of your stuff out there, which is
Thank
awesome.
you.
Oh, absolutely. Whenever I was doing the research, and of course I found out, that the work out in Houston, it really interested me because I'm actually from the Houston area. And like I said, I've been to the Booker T School of Wrestling and done that kind of thing with, and seen behind the curtain. So I wasn't there whenever you were there, but I saw some of the other ones that were there. What does it mean to you to go? Because I know it was huge with Booker T's thing that after every single event, everybody would go to the tables and sign, and there was no charge for it. I mean, you were just going up there and, interacting with the fans, and building the fan base at the time. So what does it mean to you to be where you're no longer in that small environment and you're in a larger environment? Do you miss being able to do that anymore?
No, well, so even though I'm signed with Noah, I still have time where I come back to the States. So even just coming back, I'll stop in at the school. I'll go train with some of the guys during the weeks, and Brian Keith, Ryan Nixon. And not only train with them, I got upcoming shows with GCW, MCW, Warrior Wrestling. So in my month return to the States, it's not like I'm just sitting and not training. I'm grinding out matches on the weekend. And actually, Rodney, if you run more of a MMA kind of fight style of pro wrestling, if you want to make a bet, you can watch Bloodsport for GCW from WrestleMania weekend. I did have a match on Bloodsport. If that's an interest of you, and if that's something you want to go and bet forward with, I'm always interested. Just to throw it out there, I'm a very athletic style. But my growing up lifestyle, I was an amateur wrestler, a very big jiu-jitsu MMA background artist. So if we ever want to make a bet, I just would like to leave that offer out.
I would. I'll definitely take a look at it, and we actually have a tournament coming up in spring for the title, so I'll keep that in mind and send you an invite.
Yeah, well, if not, at least send me the invite, because I love watching like sport wrestling and sport fight styling, anyways. So I mean, I'm all the way into it on everything. But going back to Booker T's, even to get to Noah and be on GCW this last year, to go back, I'm never one to hold back knowledge or anything I've experienced. I try and bring that back to the ring for the younger guys that are there. And Booker T's always been welcome to me. He's always had an open door to me. So to always be able to go back and train with them is very good and a very nice thing to have. And just to have that connection with someone that's made it to that top level, it just shows you anything's possible and the potential's there.
Absolutely. And looks like we got someone else just popped up in the back over here. Let me see what's going on. We got Gary Lee here.
Yes,
going on, fellas?
Our professional ring announcer at Extreme Fight World.
Hey, big bets.
So good to see the good Pastor CeeLo here.
Yeah.
And of course the boss, Ronnie Rotten.
How you doing, sir?
Very good. Ninja Mack, nice to meet you there, sir. And thanks for having me on.
Nice to meet you, big bets.
Hey, absolutely. So you're a ring announcer, they said?
I am. And for EFW, and I tell you, man, it's one of the best independent promotions out there, man. I'm an old school wrestling guy. I love wrestling from like the 70s and 80s. And, I'm not really into a lot of this like flippy dippy type stuff. And I know that, I sound like a old man when I say that stuff, but EFW, man, it's the wrestling there means something. And it's a lot of fun to watch, man. It brings me back to, watching wrestling in high school in New Jersey, in high schools in New Jersey as a kid.
And let's see, we got comments over here. Hang on, let me get back over here because Romel's back in here. Looks like Pastor's got something up. How is it whenever nobody has ever been to this church? I can't even say the word, I swear.
Look, people have been to the church. You need to update your GPS, update your Android, your Pear, whatever phone you're using right now. Leave me alone. Yes.
Tom, you believe in Sasquatch or Bigfoot? Have you ever seen one? No, Romel, but you still know they exist, okay? So,
I mean, I send a check every month to the mega church of Pastor CeeLo, so I know that it goes somewhere.
See?
That check cashes.
Exactly.
Now look, I'm going to break one of my major rules right now, and see the pastor's he's a bad influence on my show. I'm telling you, because they're actually putting a verse up on here. What? No, Demon can't have this kind of stuff. No.
I can't say I recognize that one, to be honest with you.
I need some unholy water.
Yeah, I left it in my other suit. I do apologize.
Hey, Pastor CeeLo, can I say something on your behalf, by the way?
Yes, go ahead.
There's something that, I don't appreciate, and that's when the EFW fans, when they give you their pocket lint and other like gum wrappers instead of the money that you need to, make sure that you are preaching the good word of the mega church of Pastor CeeLo. It's disrespectful.
You so much because I've been to many promotions. And when it seems that, I'm just collecting the good donation for the church, I end up with peanuts. I end up with a bottle. I end up with an empty potato chip bag. Where am I supposed to spend all that? It doesn't work the same way.
I can't help what our fans do. I'm not held responsible.
The little bit of change. Oh, don't think the right way.
If everyone that's watching this right now live and everyone who will be watching this post-view later on thinks that I've just totally lost control, this is like a 2 a.m. info commercial because right now I'm going to go ahead and say it. But wait, there's more because we got another one in the back right now. Since Pastor CeeLo is having so much fun explaining himself, now he can explain himself in person. Here is Bob.
Am I on? Am I on?
No, your screen is dark. We can't see you. I do apologize. Take him out.
Pastor CeeLo, you have been lying to the folks at home. You've been lying to the wrestling fans. Yes, it is me, Bob. I've been the investigative reporter on this story.
You have two first
Demon
names.
Bill, cut this man off. Cut this man off. We can't put these lies out here.
You cannot stop me from the truth. You cannot stop me from the truth. I have it right here. I've typed up the directions in every source of mapping known to man. There is no way that this mega church exists. You, sir, Pastor CeeLo, have some explaining to do.
So are you trying to say, Bob, that Pastor CeeLo's scamming people out here?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. Where are the receipts? Where is the church? Who are the members of this church?
It's 123 Main Street. Isn't that where I send my checks?
What? That is not the address he gave me. Something about somebody's baby's mother.
Get back to that.
Yes, Pat, before it's intense, it was extreme. You're right, buddy.
And Lost Hope is out here saying that Ninja Mack needs to protect the good reverend.
There is no protection from this guy. This guy has been scamming people for the longest, and I'm here to clear things up.
Look, I will pay you in pesos, Chinese dollars, whatever you need. If you can get Bob out of here, like, I don't understand. I don't know what his obsession. He sees that I'm doing good. I'm making those positive vibes happen. I'm working my way up like the Jeffersons.
Doing good and working your way up from the Jeffersons. The last time we saw you, you were in the locker room stealing. What kind of church does that?
Damn.
Was not stealing. Everyone was watching the matches. I was just picking up the checks. It's all good.
What checks were you picking up? Were these donations? Can we find this in public records? Because the
Yes.
records I have right here, buddy, they don't say anything about you. We need to get you and
Non-profit.
find you
Non-profit.
non-profit, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
You see,
I
the
donated to him
problem
last
is
show. He has a non-profit. He told me.
he has everything on paper. We use computers and laptops and tablets now. That's where that's where your problem
You're
is.
using tablets and such, but you walk around with a collection plate. Huh? Come on. Come on.
All right. We're done with you, Bob. We're done. We're done. We're done with the
The
accusations.
people will know the truth.
Go on, Demon. Get him out of here. He's I don't know what you did to that guy, Pastor, but he is.
Lost
They're
Oak
coming out the
Entertainment.
woodworks.
Yeah, Lost
Hey,
Oak
by the way,
Entertainment's out here saying-
you said you were gonna give me a receipt for that donation last show. Do you have that receipt still, or like did you?
Yep, I'm gonna bring it to the next show. Yeah,
Oh, okay, cool. Just making sure.
absolutely.
Lost Hope Entertainment is saying, Ronnie, this needs to be settled in the ring. So I don't know if he wants Bob, and the Reverend to go at it in the ring or what we're looking at on this one.
Well, I'll tell you what. On December 2nd, Dojo Wars 3, the pastor has his hand full with the Cowboy Poke. So.
Oh, I'm taking on the Cowboy. Yeah.
So he's gonna have to not get rounded up there and lassoed up by the Cowboy. It's fans demanded the match. Last show, the fans love the Cowboy. They love the pastor. So it's a fans demanded match. They want to see the Cowboy versus pastor.
Ronnie Rotten, fat kid down here saying, winner gets a collection plate, make it happen.
Now wait, hold on. Now, wait, they get the plate, but I just keep the money inside. How about that? I can always get another plate.
It wouldn't be in my heart to take, the church's donation plate away from him. If the pastor lost. I mean, I'm not saying he would. You never know. It's wrestling. Anything can happen. There's knockouts in Extreme Fight World. There's tap outs. There's ref stoppage. There's all kinds of things. But I would not be the man that would take the money away from the church's donation. So
we have to get the heated seats in the pews. It's getting cold outside.
Yes.
Everyone needs a heated seat in a pew. Yes.
Right.
Now, if we're talking heated seats and upcoming matches and things, Ninja Mack, we got to talk about yours coming up November 10th. You've got a match coming up. Somebody trying to take your belt, correct?
Yeah, it'll be my first title defense against Dante Leon, my big rival coming from the States. He got brought over by Noah, and they thought it'll be the good first title defense to go against my rival. So, as much as he wants to try, it ain't gonna happen. I'm not giving up that belt now that I got it. But just a fun fact, this will be the first time two foreign talents I'm defending, he's going and challenging, will be going for that belt in Japan ever for Pro Wrestling Noah in their history. So a little fun fact.
Very nice. That ought to be an interesting little historical match there. That'd be awesome.
No, I'm going to murder him. It's all right.
It sounds great. Like I said, the other thing I want to bring up too is you mentioned earlier about having, martial arts in your background and everything too, but you also have a lucha style. That amazes me. Martial arts with lucha style. That sounds dangerous as all get out.
Well, just coming from Texas, there's so much lucha in Texas, and after my training at Booker T, I really spent the next 2 years doing a lot of lucha. Where this earlier this year, I actually I showed off for AAA and had a AAA appearance. But I've gone down to Mexico and wrestled in Mexico many times, and actually have wrestled some of the biggest lucha names in Texas throughout the last couple of years. So it's really taken every aspect that I've learned, and I say that's my ninja way. But to take pro wrestling, to take some lucha libre, I'm learning the Japanese strong style. With even my circus background previously before pro wrestling, I've taken every aspect in my life, my amateur growing up, my jiu-jitsu training, my martial arts and taekwondo. Even now, my girl, my wife, 10-time world champ in Taekwondo ATA. So I really embrace just every style, and I use that.
That is awesome. I mean, I wouldn't want to be around your house during Thanksgiving whenever y'all have an argument at the table. That can get just all kinds of ugly.
No, she whoops my ass. There's no competition. She'll roundhouse kick me in the head.
See, that's a guy right there that knows exactly how it works. Because if I said anything wrong about my lady Trish right now, she's watching and she'll come in the other room and smack me in the back of the head. I mean, it'll happen.
I think that's why I settled for her. We were sparring one day, and I actually ended up getting kicked upside the head, and I knew she was the one.
Hell yeah.
There you go. Now, Pastor, how long have you been doing this, and not just the church thing, but the wrestling?
Let's see. I've been working with Mega Championship Wrestling. That's my home, my close to my heart. I've been working now a little over a year with them, and just started spawning off into places like Power Slam Pro Wrestling, EFW, and many other places of professional wrestling. Yes.
Nice. So you've had a little bit of background coming into this as well. So it's not just coming straight out of the church and deciding to go ahead and throw hands with somebody.
No. See, it was first I had to come out the gutter and make a name for myself as the one being CeeLo. Why is he still here? Hit your bucket. Is there a block button? Just like scrolling to the left. Anyway, I had to get out the gutter, and at some point, the hand grabbed my head, and it said, "CeeLo, you are meant for much better, boy." Yes. So I said, "Light, you are right," and I became the good pastor, making sure that all things that I do are for the good of the pastor. Yes, and the church, the good for the church. Yes.
Now, Ronnie, I got to ask you, talking to Pastor CeeLo down here, I got a question because, you said whenever you bring people in, you're gearing them up for championships and for becoming champion and everything. How are you going to bring a pastor into this whenever they're supposed to, turn the other cheek? That means he never wins at all. He always just takes the hits and just turns the other cheek.
Yeah, but then you also have like the crazy religious people out there who will fight you for God. You know what I'm saying? Who just don't care. They will literally fight you for God. And the pastor is one of those kind of people. He has so much faith that sometimes turning the other cheek isn't always the option. They gotta, fight you for their beliefs. So when I seen how passionate the man was, I had no choice to bring him in and let him do his thing and see what he was about. And he fits the mold. So
I may have to fight Bob for my religious beliefs. He may be the next one on my list.
Well, I'll tell you what, if you make it past Cowboy, maybe we'll give you Bob. Maybe I'll give you your wish if you make it past Cowboy.
Yes, and you don't worry. I don't need to turn the other cheek. I just need to drive them into the mat with a crucifix driver. And that's it. 1, 2, 3. We move on to the next. I will bless them on their future endeavors to the next opponent as I take on mine. Yes.
All right. So tell us about this Cowboy that you're going to be going up against. I mean, what kind of opponent are you looking at there? And because you're making it sound kind of easy that you're going to go straight through him and then right on to Bob.
I'm going to be honest with you. And through the time that I have been wrestling, I've taken on vampires. I've taken on rats. I've taken on people with possessed jackets. I've taken on many different types of creatures and spooky. Just it's been crazy for me. Why do I feel like I'm just going to run through Cowpoke? Well, it's very simple. He has things to do. He has a ranch to tend to. He probably has 5 cows probably sitting in the parking lot that he brought to get here. He has better things to do, milking them, churning the butter, multitude of things. He needs to go stop a bank robber somewhere. He does not need to be in the ring with the pastor. The pastor has many highlights to make. I have heights to reach. I must be up there with the good one himself, the God, the Almighty, the Omega, the Alpha. That's where I belong, not in hog-tying cowfolk. Come on, what you doing to me here? Come on, boss man, give me something. Yes.
Okay. Well, get the Cowboy. We'll see. I know it seems like an easy opponent for you, but I don't know. You might have been too busy preparing for your or the last match on the show there. But Cowboy did really good and seemed to fit the mold out there. So I don't think you're gonna get through Cowboy as easy as you think. But we'll see. December 2nd, we'll see.
I will give the cowboy his props. He has nice boots, very, very nice boots. I'll give him his props. But don't you worry. The good pastor will come with a good fight, and I will make sure I bless you while you're laying on the mat. Yes.
For anyone who wants to watch that December 2nd, it's live on Facebook. Our YouTube, anything for free. We stream for free. Our sponsors cover our streams, so you get to watch the Cowboy versus Pastor for free online.
I mean, if Cowboy is gonna, kind of mimic the Cowboys as in Dallas Cowboys, then you got no problem. You'll roll right through him. But
I'm a Cowboys fan here. Hey now, I'm Browns and Cowboys. Hey now.
Yeah, I grew up in the area. Sorry, but it just went downhill. We're not going into that. That's a whole different show. We
Whole different show.
Football, trash talking. That needs to be a whole other show. But this one I'm going to go ahead and bring up again because that is my gal. It's Lady Trish right there saying Cowboy. Did somebody say Cowboy? And she's giving the googly eyes. There is no Cowboy here, babe. No Cowboy. No, there's a ninja. There's a pastor. There's a demon, and there's a rotten one. So yeah, it's like the worst pun joke you can come up with.
I can't make any promises. I'm gonna message the Cowboy right now and see if I can get him. I don't know. I can't make any promises.
Ooh, okay. We have some funny business going on. See, I liked you for a minute, Ninja, but now you gotta message the enemy. You gotta message the opponent. You gotta let him know what's coming to him. He'll never know. I work in mysterious ways. Yes.
We'll see what the Cowboy says. I sent him an invite. We'll see if he gets it. We'll see if he gets it. See if he hops on. So we'll check it out. We'll see.
Brent says I may be a harsh judge of character, but let me tell you, the pastor cast a veil of doubt that God himself would look beyond.
Got some haters out there on you, man. What's going on? Did you rip some people off last show in the crowd, or?
Man.
No, I made about $5.75 the last show. I put it in the church, but I don't understand. I'm a good pastor. I'm a good one. I just ask for just a little bit for the church, just to help the church. Why do y'all think I'm a shady one? I'm not a shady one. It's all in good favor. God. Yeah.
Now we got someone else actually in the background here that just popped in. I'm not sure who this is, but this is fun having these people just popping in. And of course now the pastor's like, uh-oh, who else is coming up here? This one is Tiger Den Representative.
Pastor CeeLo, greetings. Been told by a friend of ours you've been picking with him a lot. Well, I'm letting you know, you keep picking, and we're going to pick with you.
Is your name Bob? Like, you look familiar. Maybe it's the eyes. I can see the eyes.
You want to Bob? Yes, that's a client of ours, but it's not me. I can assure you.
I can see y'all got the same eyes. You can't wear a mask like the Ninja Man. The Ninja Man, he needs a mask. He may not look pretty under there. Come on, Bob, take it off. Take it off.
Okay, you want me to take it off? I got you. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh boy.
All right.
Yep.
Okay.
So again, you keep picking with Bob, and we're going to pick with you.
All right.
Well,
All
if,
right.
if the pastor did message me back, he said he couldn't. He's actually in the farm rounding up the cowboys. Or I'm sorry, the cowboy
That's what
messaged
I
me
told
back, not the pastor. Sorry. That totally threw me off. The tiger popping in and taking off his mask to reveal his real face, which is a tiger mask.
Obviously.
The cowboy here said to follow him, and you guys will see him on the 2nd. And Pastor, he's not taking kindly to your words that you're talking. You're gonna plow right through him.
Oh,
Well,
Pastor, you got a lot of people upset with you now, I see.
would you stop? Why are you investigating me? What are you mad because I'm coming up? Why are you bothering me? What do you need? What do you want? You want a little money? I might have a few pennies I can give to you, but that's about it. I don't make too much doing this
Me
job,
personally, I don't want money. I want blood.
There's probably a blood bank down the road. You can probably find a deer if you look hard enough, you can probably jump on a deer and grab onto its back and eat it that way. Find a raccoon in your garage. Leave me alone. I can't help you here.
Tim, that's because the tiger knows Bob apparently, and doesn't speak kindly to Pastor CeeLo.
Well, with all due respect, Ronnie, we know a lot, not just about the pastor. Ninja Mack, salute to you. But yeah, we know a lot. Like, we know about the church. We've investigated the church on our own. Bob asked us because you were picking with him, Pastor CeeLo.
I'm not picking with anyone. I'm not picking. He started this. He wanted to investigate instead of figuring out which personality he is. He decided he wanted to investigate the good pastor, and now he's stuck in this little circle because he doesn't know where to go. I've told him where to go. He doesn't have the faith into where to go. So yeah, guess what? It's his problem, not mine. I have matches to win. I have titles to go after. I have a very busy schedule. I got a church to run. Come on.
Be right.
I'll tell you what, Tiger. If the pastor gets through Cowboy, like I said, the winner of that match will have you next. So if Cowboy wins, you're fighting the Cowboy. If the pastor wins, you can test your luck and your faith against the pastor.
Yeah, give me them both. I take them both.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a run to make there, I think. I don't think you're going to get an easy run on that one, Pastor.
Oh, no. I got the good one. The G-Man behind me. I can get through anything, yes.
Hey, Pastor, got a question.
Oh, it was... Can you... Why is
You
this
said
camera
you could
working
get through
again?
anything, right? Can you get through this?
Swords!
Oh!
So, as I said, you keep
You
picking
can
with
get
Bob.
through this. You think you can get through this?
Of course. Without a doubt.
You think you can get through the offering tray? And you think your sword's gonna work in this tray? It'll break in half. It's not even real. You got that off the set of the Power Rangers or something. I'm not afraid of you. I'm going to.
My
After I
sword's
get
not
done
real.
hog-tagging your little cow friend, it's you, Mr. Kitty Litter. I'm gonna take you down.
Pastor, are you saying that sword came from the middle of the mall? Is that what you're saying?
And not even the middle. In the front of the mall, let me be honest with you.
Hey,
Right when
Ronnie.
you walk into the doors, when they're
Hey,
ringing
Ronnie.
the little bell.
Yeah.
The pastor says our swords aren't real. Has he checked out his church?
Ooh.
Hey, look, Tiger, you have one last chance. Like you promised me to beat Vince and the Deo brothers. You're 0 for 2 right now. And
You're
you better
right.
select,
I am.
So this show, December 2nd, you better select 2 good opponents that have your back, because the last 2 shows, your friends or whoever you found these people at, they have failed you. So
It
You're
happens.
losing matches over there, while the good ones beating 2 at once. Come on now. You got to do a little better.
Wait, correct me. Hey, hold up. Correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't you get your face licked upon losing a match to, I believe, Christian Noir?
We don't talk about that.
There was a demon that took out the pastor, Phil. Just so you know, that did
I
happen.
remember that.
Did happen.
Redeem myself the next show.
He did redeem himself. But
And
there
we
was a
can't-
demon that licked his face, Pastor.
Yeah. Hey, we know him too. We're good friends with Christian.
I would love to be able to have the demon on the show at some point too. I think we could get the pastor and the demon on here at some point and have a good, conversation going.
It's funny you say that, Phil, because Bob invited him on his podcast the good pastor, and the demon was on, and the good pastor never showed.
I never got that memo. I don't know what you're talking about. I never got an email. You're supposed to send me an email. You can't send me a pigeon. You know they can't get through the windows. It's email. Update your paperwork.
Wow, Tim.
Oh,
over here
now we got to
talking
update
trash
our
to you.
paperwork. Okay. Did you update the address to the church?
It's been up. You're mad because you can't find it. We are a very good organization. We have to keep our money. I mean, our people protected. Yes.
Your money. Anybody else pointing out the flaws in this statement?
I'm just curious. How is it actually an address for a church if it's out of the van that keeps moving around?
It's not even a van. It doesn't exist. It's just it's his baby's mama's house, apparently.
I feel like you just called the church a van. I don't know how to actually compute this right now.
That's a big word for him, folks.
Pastor, seems like you're getting a lot of hate out here. I mean,
We don't hate. We look on the side of
because
justice,
I'm
man.
just so good. That's what it is. It's because I'm so good. The haters are my motivators. Yes, they can't be part of the good people, so they have to make their own section.
Wow, they're talking about canceling the pastor tonight right now. You see this?
Can
I
got one
agree,
thing-
Brent. I'm with
Half
that
the
idea.
crowds, half the fans here are standing up for you in the comments. Half the fans are trying to cancel you, Pastor. What is going on tonight?
We're not trying to cancel him. We're just trying to make him
Look,
tell the truth.
Tim's talking trash to Tiger, talking about how he got his chest kicked off by
Yes,
Vincent
we
Nothing
got a
last
fax
show.
machine.
Hey, Vince is a good
I
wrestler,
don't like to
man.
give up.
He is. Vince is a great wrestler.
And we held our own against him, but things happen. You win some, you lose some. Now the
But you
pastor,
lose
on the
a
other
lot,
hand,
though. That's the problem. You're losing a lot. You gotta win some, not lose all. That's the difference.
okay, you're right, but I'm also not stealing from the people either.
This is the thing. If I do this and you put something in it, I
Oh,
ain't stolen. I haven't stolen anything. So you're trying to tell me
Complimentary,
Complimentary,
not
but-
stolen, Tiger.
who was that you got caught by in the locker room in Real Action, I believe?
Oh, my next opponent. Yes.
So-
Real Action Pro Wrestling.
So were those donations or were those just something you looked to poach off of?
Catboy, give me a second. Anyway, Real Action Pro Wrestling. I will be taking on Levi Masterson for the Real Action Pro Heritage title. Yes. I
And I
saw
believe-
it. I was giving it a little shine, and he came in like a madman. Like I was trying to steal it. I just wanted to try it on, and now I have the opportunity to try it on permanently. Yeah.
Actually, Levi said he was going to put his foot in your ass, but that's either here nor there.
Yeah, whatever his kinks are, they're his kinks. But this is an exit-only situation.
Well, you two
That was the
seem to have
church,
some.
obviously.
You two seem to have some
Everybody's
beef with
running out.
each other, but you guys have some pretty good opponents to get through in the second. So you guys might want to focus on them and not each other right now.
We'll do.
And I'm
Ronnie.
sure as the ninja will tell you, just like in martial arts, if you look too far ahead, that's
Yep.
how you get your head knocked off.
That is very true. That is very
And
true.
I want to go ahead and I'm going to ask, as much fun as this, seeing the pastor sweat, because I'm having a blast with this. I mean, Demon Phil on Hell of a Show with a pastor here. This is the best thing ever. But I'm going to ask Ninja right now, what's your end game? Like, what is your ultimate goal in what you're wanting to go ahead and win there? Which title, which organization are you wanting to get into? Whatever information you can give me, of course, because I know there's some things you probably can't talk about.
Just goals going forward would be a little easier to answer. I would like to be the main event of a sold-out Kurikan Hall. We do have our Tokyo Dome show coming up for Muda's final. I believe we're going to aim for about 45,000 people at Tokyo Dome. So I'm already on that card. I hope to be able to defend this title long enough and hold it long enough to where I'll be defending it at the Tokyo Dome. But I think everything's step at a time. I think if you want to say I have big goals and sell out Tokyo Dome and I just got to Japan and Noah, that's unreasonable. So as my building blocks, I'd like to sell out Kurikan Hall. That's about 2,000 people, and be the main event, not just be on the card. When we do our arena shows on weekends, I'd like to be the main event and sell out 8 to 10,000. I think last Sunday we had 4,500 people, which they still have a little bit of a COVID restriction, so every other seat's still spaced. So, but be on the card. I'd like to be the reason we are selling, just like kind of where Muda's our reason right now. He's such a big draw and a big sell. So
Right.
I think stepping stones wise, I've already achieved in the 3-month contract, or in my contract within 3 months, I've conquered the junior division for Noah. I've already became the champion. I think going forwards, I want to have a very good title defense reign. I don't aim to go to other promotions because right now my goal is to contribute to Noah and make ourselves the best Japanese company and then maybe the best pro wrestling company in the world. So I'm not one to ever say never, because business is business, and I'm always willing to make a bet. But right now my focus is on training. It's focused on defending this belt to the best of my ability and putting as many fans as I can in the audience to be the main reason. I don't just want to be on the show anymore. I want to be the reason people come to the show.
Nice. That's a good way to look at it and a good way to do that. And I know that there was a couple of articles that I was reading on you because I've been doing research and everything, because I do research on everybody that comes up, except for, of course, couldn't find anything on the pastor. I don't know what was up with that.
Wonder
It
why.
was stricken from the records. I don't know what happened. I've asked Bob about that. But with yours, Ninja, I was looking on there and it said that you had actually refused to, some offers that were out there. And I looked at it like, wow, this is kind of cool that you've actually got that much focus that you want to stick around, like you said, and make Japan the biggest one that's out there instead of doing the obvious choice and going with some of the other ones that people are, saying, well, we know we can get you over here easy. The easy way is not always the best way. That's what a lot of people know in life, and especially I know y'all know this in wrestling. So it's really cool that you're going this direction and doing this for yourself and for the fans, like you specified on there. So that is awesome with that. And you mentioned about the great Muda. Of course, great draw that's on there. And I read something that Shinsuke Nakamura and the Muda are going to be having a match coming up, which is going to be awesome. I can't wait to see that.
That'll be our January 1st show.
Nice. There's a lot of things that, how do I put this? Wrestling kind of took a dip for a little while because there was so much put into the show, not the actual events, and the wrestling itself. And people forgot what it was to actually have people go up into the ring and put everything on the line and give everything they had and then walk away, whether they won or lost, with their arms raised up in victory. That's a huge thing because whenever you can go in there, whether you win or lose, and the fans enjoy it so much and want you back for the next one, that's the ultimate draw right there. So like Ninja was saying, he wants to be the reason that people are going, there's an event with Ninja? Oh, I'm there. And then have the place sold out because of that. Same thing with Ronnie Rotten. Whenever you've got events going on over there, I mean, people are going to be hiding whatever pocket lint and other change they have around because they don't want the pastor getting that by donation. But, they have that draw toward what you have over there because you have something different. You don't have the normal out there with a regular wrestling thing. You actually want to throw something that's a little bit outside of the box in the thinking, which I agree with is awesome to have. It almost has like a Roman Coliseum feel from what you're telling me on there, which is really cool whenever you think about it. Yeah. But it's very cool that y'all are going back to the basics on what is needed out there, because what you want to do is getting the same people to come back all the time. That's good, great, and wonderful. But you want those new draws. You want those new people that are watching right now, people that will be watching later on. They want to know why they need to go watch Ninja Mack wrestling over here. They want to know why they're not supposed to donate anything whenever the plate comes around from the pastor. They want to know why, Tiger Den is going to go ahead and win his next match in preparation for going ahead and whooping on the pastor. There's all kinds of things going on. They want to know all these. So by knowing all of these, they want to get the feel and the passion that goes along with that. So my next thing I'm going to go into right now, and this is how I want to kind of finish up the show with this, is we're going to talk about the passion that goes into what you do. I always talk on my other shows dealing with comics and some of the other pop culture stuff. It's always about the passion you put in there, because why would you do anything else except for putting your absolute all into what you do? So I'm going to kind of go round room on this one. We're going to start with Ronnie Rotten on this one. What does it mean to you to put your passion into what you do in promoting and owning a division of wrestling over there that is so different and is trying to make its mark out there?
Like I said, I was a trained professional wrestler a long time ago when I was 18. I got out of the business just because, you said there's a big dip in it. Kind of things went a little bit haywire in the business. I used to promote too back in the day with a couple of my buddies and my brother John Rotten. My brother passed away a couple of years ago, and I didn't know until recently. I got a letter saying that he willed me EFW. EFW existed 20 years ago under moniker Extreme Futuristic Wrestling, something like that. I don't know. But we took the same 3 letters. I wanted to keep it honored for my brother and switch it up to a whole new meaning to Extreme Fight World. It's everything to me right now. We're in the Northeast Ohio Sports Complex, which is a massive sports complex on the east side of Cleveland, Ohio. We have a training school there. We have a permanent studio that people can rent out to even run their own shows, film. People have rented out to film music videos, things like that. The passion's there. I love everything about it, and I have a different mindset with business. Obviously business is business. You want to try to make some money, but my passion with this business is so huge where, like I told you, I'm not charging for my streams. I don't want people to have to pay $5-10 to watch my streams or donate to the pastor's pocket on the streams. Whatever he puts up there. But it's free for people because I want professional wrestling fans and fight fans and people who want to get into the sport and entertainment business to be able to check these things out and watch them and also help, even people like the wrestlers like, Tiger and Pastor and people like the Ninja out there who would appreciate a company putting a show in for free so the whole world can see it multi-stream to help them grow also as a worker because, who knows who's watching that on the internet or who watches it in the future that sees someone like Ninja or Tiger or Pastor or, our main event like Dios and Ashton Day and J-Rock and people like Sebastian and all of our great wrestlers we have for free. It's awesome. So we get to showcase them and showcase us. And if I didn't have an insane passion for this business and sport, I'll be trying to make every penny I could. And it's not about every penny. It's about getting the love for this business spread out there and getting it to reach the right people.
Now, Brent's saying trash family, if you ask me. I don't know, Ronnie, but the arena shouldn't forget what Big John Rotten did to the arena.
So there's been a lot of disrespect towards my brother. Apparently he must have owed a lot of people some money and did a lot of things to some fans around here. So I don't really just appreciate the disrespect from Brent there about my family, the Rotten family. But I'm not like my brother. I do things a little bit differently. There was some rumblings last show because I hired 2 bodyguards, Vanilla Gorilla and Josh Kano. And I got some money for my brother who passed away. I'll admit it. I got willed some money. So what? Big deal. And it's what happens when people die. They kind of leave money to certain people if they like you or if they messed up like my brother. I haven't talked to my brother in 10 years. So obviously there's a reason why I didn't talk to him. I might be a scumbag, but he took care of me, so it is what it is at the end of the day. But, I don't appreciate Brent's comments over there. It's kind of rude of him to say things about my family like that. So we'll see if he shows up to the next show. I'll maybe say some things to him or have my bodyguards handle him. But yeah, I hired security. You got people like J-Rock and Ashton Day who go around and, they completely destroyed D.L. Salvador the first show, jumped him, had to go to the hospital. He had a couple messed up vertebrae in his neck, and I don't trust people. Yeah, I'm trained. I've done this. I'm 6'3", 250, but at the same time, I'm not stupid. 2 guys go to take you on. Just because I own the company doesn't mean people won't take out the owner. It's happened before. Stone Cold beat the living crap out of Vince McMahon. So
Oh yeah,
I'm a little bit
Several
smarter than that. I'm gonna hire my security for people not to get on me.
Yep. Pastor, what does it mean, put passion into the work that you do within the ring and everything, and not collection plate passion? I'm talking about actually wrestling.
Yeah, now, hold on. The passion is the same. If I don't have the passion when I'm hopping around with the collection plate, I'm not going to have the same passion in the ring. The difference being when I pass that plate around, money is going to pop in either way. It doesn't matter. When I step into the ring, I have to make sure my opponent's not getting back up. There's a little more passion. There's a little more strength. There's a little more that has to be done inside that ring. And with a place like EFW, there's really not too many restraints. I can take someone like Tiger Mask and beat him to a pulp and then reveal his mask and reveal that he's probably Bob or something like that. But it doesn't matter, what ring I step into. I give 110% of the good one inside that ring. There's no preparation or anything that can get you in front of those people and just be in the mood to perform and give everything: blood, sweat, tear, wine, water. If you flip it around, you can change the water to wine. It doesn't matter. You gotta go out there and give everything. Yes, yes.
Brent said that's the most Christian thing he said yet. Oh, we're having fun with this. All right. Let's go ahead and go
Has like come out
to
the Creed, My Sacrifice, to be honest with you. I'm surprised it's not his entrance music.
let's go ahead and go to Tiger Den. I want to ask you the same thing. What does it mean to bring the passion that you do to the ring, and what does it mean to actually bring that to the fans?
It means everything. Just learning, being in the ring, earning your stripes, and just churning out wins and not doing it the evil way like the pastor. As much passion as he has about the collection plate is the same amount of passion I have. I want to slice 7 shades of skin off him, but that's a different story for a different time. But I always go into the ring wanting to give 110%, wanting to leave it all in the ring and make sure the fans are entertained and they go home happy and they come back. EFW has been home for me. I couldn't ask for a better organization to start out with. I couldn't ask for a better organization to be a part of. So, Ninja Mack, if you're ever in town, you can look us up. But me personally, it just means so much because you don't see wrestling on our side of town at all. And for Ronnie to bring it to the east side, it meant so much. And now we have a home on the east side, as well as a home in the staple of Cleveland, Ohio for pro wrestling. So as long as he's around, I'm going to help put as much as I can into it, give 110%. And Pastor, I will win. Not only will I win, that collection plate's going to be a piece of 10 when I'm done with it.
Hey, Tiger, real quick, and Phil, before we move on, I actually got a message from Tim. The Tim Ingram was in the comments section. A guy who was writing our comic book for us. I don't know if anyone knew that.
Yes.
But he actually told me to show this to the world from your last match. I don't know if I could get this in here. Let me
get full screen. Hang on. There you go.
Oh,
he told me to show this to the world here. I don't know if we could. Oh,
that looked painful.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring it back just one more time real quick there. If we could just
zoom in. Yeah, we go. Look at that.
Look at that.
You know what?
Tim, I mean, Tim said that looks like you on the ground hurt real bad right there. So, I mean, I love you, Tiger, and all, but
I'm still here.
You got some haters out there right now trying to say that you're doubting the pastor and he's real. So
the pastor is real. The church isn't real. That was what Bob was trying to get to the point.
I am the church. Come on. The church comes with me everywhere I go. It's always there. Oh, you chill yourself. Go drink some milk somewhere. Don't you got a scratching post you need to go mess with?
Yeah, you gotta scratch your face up.
Now, before this gets way too out of hand, Ninja Mack, go ahead and let us know what it means to have the passion in what you do on a regular basis, and by all means, let us know what it means to actually have the belt in hand with and be able to carry that with you.
I treat this as my career. It's my job. Everyone works a 40-hour week, so that's 8 hours a day, Monday through Friday. And that's just the average worker. I'm not an average worker. I go up and above. I'm at the dojo 8 hours a day, working out, training, studying. Not only just at the dojo training every day. I'm doing that when I'm in Houston at home. I mimic the same schedule. And if I'm not training at the dojo or physically just working out, I'm then studying matches. I'm studying everything I see. So I'm putting in 10, 12, sometimes 13 hours a day. And, that adds up. And within 3-4 years of grinding that hard the way I have been, I think endless possibilities they can take you anywhere. And I'm the perfect example of just being able to get to Noah. That was my end goal. And that wasn't possible when I was working a job, trying to wrestle just on the shows on the weekends. To me, a show is just another 15-minute session in the ring. It's no different at practice as it is on the show in front of the lights. If I'm at the dojo by myself and I'm grinding 3 hours, I don't treat that any different than I'm in front of 4,000 people at the show. I really put in the time and the work. So I think I'm just now starting to see the payoff to all that, but it's also me more because of what I've been able to get out of it, that it's just going to keep pushing me to a new level. And I don't like to tell wrestlers that, like, one foot in, because I understand people got careers and they got to pay bills, but I felt like my career took off when I stopped working and I went full into wrestling, and I just trained so hard that I had to make money, and I forced myself to do better at merch business on weekends to be able to pay for my living, and I had to step up on my own business side with my training. And I think stepping up and then training as hard as I have, it's kind of evolved to everything. And that's the passion of wrestling. Like, the shows are great. I love shows. I love being in front of people, but that's 15 minutes of glory. It's the journey. It's the long car rides. It's the 10, 12, 13 hours a day into it. That's what we do. We love it. We watch it. We study it. We do it.
And that right there, that is the perfect way to go ahead and sum up that what everyone's been saying. It's the journey. It's not the spotlight for the 5 or 10 minutes, 15 minutes, however long the match is going to be. It's the journey getting there and what it takes to get there and what it takes to keep moving and keep moving forward and keep doing what you're doing because you love it. Now, I'm going to go ahead and segue into something, because if I did not say this right now, Lost Hope Entertainment, which is Tim Ingram, would be all over me and would probably throw me in the ring next year, because we're going to talk about real quick about what's happening next year, because Ninja, if you were able to come by next year, would be awesome to be able to see you. August 19th, there is a convention that will be happening in Ohio, and it will be a comic convention with a wrestling, the EFW attached to it as well. Y'all are going to have the matches and the events after the convention, from what I understand.
Yeah.
Collectors Con will be happening then, and this is the banner for that. At Collectors Con, there will be, of course, comic book guys out there, artists, writers. Tim Ingram is one of them, who will be, he's one of the creators of this and the hosts. I don't know his proper title, King, Master, I don't know what we're calling him. Anyway, he's going to be one of those guys out there. He's going to have a lot of guys that are coming in and getting tables. You can go have some fun, get to see their stuff they've got and everything. And for whatever reason, he decided to give the Demon his first ever table out there as a featured guest as well. So I will be broadcasting live from this event, from the Collectors Con. And if at all possible, I would like to say, Ronnie, that, if you need someone else to get up there and maybe do some announcing or, do some broadcasting out there, the Demon's got something for you there. And I'd be able to keep a more watchful eye on a certain pastor you got over there as well, just to make sure everything's on the up and up.
The place is called Collectors Con. I got to bring the plate.
I would love to actually have you on, Phil, that show as maybe a guest commentator for the show or something like that. We'll definitely get you involved one way or another on the show after the
Nice.
Pastor's always looking for a way to sneak his way in.
I forgot you
were here.
I got one more piece of art, and this is we've already shown the poster's been around for just a little while. This is an exclusive that's coming out. It's the first time being shown, but here is EFW, and this is showing that it's going to be at Collectors Con August 19th, 2023. It will be going on. Extreme Fight World will be in Ohio and happening live over there. I will be seeing these guys live over there, which is going to be awesome. I will definitely leave my wallet in the van to make sure, nothing happens to it. Van will be locked.
Get in?
Just letting people know, van will be locked.
You can buy his tickets online. He doesn't have to get robbed.
just throwing that out there.
When I actually do rob somebody.
Anytime you want it, buddy, we'll be waiting on you. Let's go.
multiple personality son of gun. Yeah.
Sorry ass pastor.
Oh, this is going to be fun. I'm going to have so much fun with this. So August 19th, 2023, y'all definitely want to show up for this if you're in the area. If you're not, try to make plans to do so. The Demon's going to have the show live and on the air and mobile out there showing off what we can do with this. Going to have some fun. We have a lot of fun with these shows. That's what I did tonight. I had a blast doing this. I'm going to give each of y'all a moment to go ahead and just let us know one last time what y'all do, where to find you, all that kind of good stuff. We're going to start off with Ronnie Rotten and go around the room. I'm going to give you full screen to each one, and just make sure that the pastor doesn't have the plate whenever he's on there. We're going to make sure of that. So let's go ahead and start with Ronnie on this one.
Yeah, again, Ronnie Rotten out of Cleveland, Ohio, owner of Extreme Fight World EFW. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, on our YouTube if you just search Extreme Fight World. Our Twitter, though, for some reason, somehow someone already had Extreme Fight World. I don't even think they use it out there. But we had to go with EFW Fight World. You can follow all of us on social media. We're just starting off. We were around during COVID when it first started back after I got the email to go check my mail. They had pizza mail, and it was John willing me EFW after he passed away. So COVID kind of slowed things up. But like I said, we have a full fight arena, which you could check out on our YouTube from the last show. We're doing improvements to that room every other day. We rent the room out, like I said, for other companies who are interested in getting into professional wrestling. And if they want to check it out, instead of investing, thousands of dollars into a business that's very hard to produce and get into, you can come check it out and then try it out with us. No other company offers that around here. Our head trainer is Ricky Shane Page. He's been in Game Changers, so Ninja down there might know of him. Ricky Shane Page is now currently in Japan wrestling. So he's one of our head trainers out of school. We have a great group of students, a great group of guys. I'm really excited. A lot of the guys who reach out to me, I'm sorry. I promise you I'll get back to you. I'm trying to book you. We just have a lot of people who reach out to us. There's a lot of good hype going around us right now, and it makes me very happy. So my focus right now is to grow our social medias. We're actually I'm going to announce this here soon, but I don't know if you can see this. This is a autographed Johnny Gargano NXT card here. We're going to give this away if we get 1,000 retweets, 1,000 likes, and 1,000 follows. We're going to pick a random person on Twitter to give this card to. And we're going to be doing ones on Facebook and Instagram and stuff like that too. So we want to interact with our fans. Like I said, get our social medias going, and we do our stuff for free. We give our streams away for free. So we love our crowd that shows up. We have a full bar there, the same place as the con, full bar, full kitchen. So the crowd that comes there, they might be a little bit rowdy. There might be some drinks involved in there with some liquor, some beer. But again, we don't have a kid show. We have a PG-14 and up a show. And we obviously check IDs and all that too. So don't be trying to sneak kids. We got you. But adults come. They're allowed to drink. Come to the show. Our fan base is awesome. We hang out afterwards. Our wrestlers are awesome. I love everything about what we got going on. So come check us out, Extreme Fight World. Appreciate you, Tim. Thank you. But yeah, give us a like, a follow, and keep checking up because we do random giveaways like this. We have a bunch of tickets going on, and then the next show, December 2nd, if you come, it's a toy drive. So if you bring a toy, you get discount on a future EFW event, and also our merchandise, which is at extremefightworld.com.
Nice. And Brent's excited about the beer, and then Brent's excited about another beer. So I think that you're covered on that one. I think you're okay there. But it sounds like a great time. I am looking forward to it. Going to have a blast. I won't be out the December, but man, I cannot wait for August. And that happens right before my birthday, by the way, too. So I'm going to have a blast with this thing. Let's go ahead and go. I'm going to bring Ninja Mack up here. Ninja, go ahead and let us know, man, who you are, how to follow you, and what's going on with you over there, and kind of let everybody know, why they need to follow the Ninja.
Hey, Phil. Obviously, Ninja Mack. Thank you for allowing me to be on your program. It's been an honor. If everyone hasn't done so, please go and subscribe to this channel. Subscribe to all the wrestling channels. It helps us grow and promote. You can go follow me on Ninja Mack on all platforms. Very easy to find. Or you can go subscribe to Pro Wrestling Noah. Or go watch and subscribe about Wrestling Universe if you'd like to keep up. I'm sorry to make this so quick for y'all, but my phone is about to cut off. So if you ever want to make a bet with a Ninja, I'm always willing to gamble. Bet that. I love y'all. Thank y'all.
Respect.
Awesome. All right, let's go ahead and bring up the Tiger Den representative. Go ahead and let us know who you are, how to follow you, and what's going on over there.
I am known as the King Tiger Daisuke. I don't have social media right now as I am still just starting out, but you can catch me in Extreme Fright Worlds Ring. That's where my home is. That's where my home will be. I will be there December 2nd. We will get the win against Vincent Nothing and the Deos, no matter what the good pastor says. And soon enough, our platforms of social media will be up, so you can catch me and find me there. When it's up, we'll let you know.
Nice. And we're going to go ahead and finish it up with Pastor CeeLo because we got to give him some time on here too.
You saved the worst for last, really?
Go ahead and let us know how we can follow you. Yeah.
You see, no, they saved the best for last. No. Let me put it even better. They saved the good one for last. If you weren't here at the beginning, I'm going to say it to you again. I hail from the light fall at the end of the tunnel. Second Baptist, third trimester, second brother, twice removed down the street, around the corner, probably from Tiger Man's baby mama's house. Church of
That address
CeeLo.
doesn't even exist.
Anywho, if you come to the shows, come to EFW. You heard what's going on. I'm taking on Cowboy Cowpoker, Cow Milk, whatever he is. He is in my way because I'm going for major heights, big heights. I'm going to the sky. We're not going to worry about a little litter king over there. He's just another bump in the road for the good pastor. But where can you find me? Oh, I'm glad you asked. You can find me on Facebook, The Good Pastor, or just type in Pastor CeeLo. You can find me on the pictogram. I mean Instagram at Pastor CeeLo. Yes, you can find me if you follow Mega Championship Wrestling. You can find me if you follow Power Slam Wrestling. EFW. Give them a follow also. Why don't you? And don't you miss out. You follow my pages, you'll get pictures of all my new matches coming up. I have a title match taking on Levi Masterson for the Real Action Pro title. I have Jimmy James at Power Slam. Yeah, we're not worried about him. You know I have Cowpoke at EFW. And for Mega Championship Wrestling, well, I can't give that one out, but follow. It's a big one coming. Yes.
Lord have mercy.
Oh, I just don't have the words. I really don't. I want to thank all of y'all for being on here. I know that Ninja Mack's phone died. I saw that thing go sideways, and then he went out of here pretty quick. So I know he would have stayed a little bit longer to say goodbye, and I know he'll be messaging to let us know to say goodbye to the fans. So I'm saying that for him right now because I know he'll have that out there. But thank y'all for being here, and thank y'all for being on the show. Inaugural, having the wrestling guys up here because I am going to have a spin-off show that's going to be based around wrestling, and I look forward to having you guys on more often, if at all possible.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes, absolutely.
I'd love to come back. It was a fun time.
The pastor might come up missing, though.
Yeah, no, we're not gonna worry about Kitty Man, but I understand.
Hey, what's the
Some
rumor I hear
people
about you get evading taxes?
Non-profit. Tell them non-profit, dude.
I understand that some people
Non-profit. You got to have the church exist for it to be non-profit.
I get you can't find the church. I get some of you maybe can't make it to the church. But there's a better way if you want to donate to the good one. I got a Cash App. Cash App, the Good Pastor. That's 4 O's, Good Pastor. Yes. Go to some yourself. Go ahead.
You wonder where the cops are for fraud when this is going on.
well, guys, I certainly appreciate y'all being on here. I am looking forward to getting y'all back on. I am very much looking forward to August of next year to meeting y'all in person, which is going to be awesome. Except for my wallet, it'll be in the van, like I said, just making sure.
Ronnie, just make sure he goes through security check on the 2nd.
I will.
Yeah, Brent, there you go. Could not agree more. That's 110% right there. That being said, that's gonna pretty much be the last comment we'll bring up on this one for tonight. That's a perfect segue there. But thank you guys for being here. I certainly appreciate it. I hope y'all had a great time. I'm going to drop y'all backstage, do my closing on here. And if y'all want to hang out, I'll be back here in just a moment.
Cool. Thank you, man.
All right. what did I say? Hell of a show, hell of a time on here. We had a blast on this thing. These guys were awesome. I had more fun on here than I thought I was going to on this show, and it was great. We had, owner, promoter. We had some wrestlers on here. We had a comedian that may be a wrestler. I'm not sure 100% yet. We're still trying to figure that out. I'll see him live, and I'll give you the play-by-play on that one. But everyone on here was great. I can jest as much as I want to with them because they're a lot of fun. And I think it's going to be really cool to go ahead and follow them and see what's going on with them. Do the same while you're out there. I always have a closing statement. Tonight's not going to be any different, but tonight it's not going to be based on what was said and something along that with something to go along with life on there. It's more or less just go ahead and share it out. That's all you need to do. Share, support, do what you can out there. EFW can use whatever support's available. The wrestlers can use whatever support's on there. Everybody can use whatever support's on there. And if y'all will, please support our channel on YouTube because you don't want to miss the content that's coming up because this is just the tip of the iceberg. Like I said, new wrestling show is on the horizon. It is so close to being launched. Get ready for that one. And then coming up on Hell of a Show, again, we're branching out from just the comic stuff. I've got a music group. Oh boy, do I have a music group that is coming up that is in the books. I've got more wrestlers that are coming up. I have got people from the streaming industry that we're working on getting locked in. We're doing a lot of things to change some things up, shake some things up around here. So I hope y'all are ready for some fun. We're having some fun over here. So until next time, I'm going to leave you with this right here because I could not go the entire show without doing it. And I've been, making sure that the unholy water is going down the right way to go ahead and loosen up the throat there. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, thank you for being here and watching this show. We enjoy bringing this to you, and let's get ready to podcast. Thank you, everyone. EFW, EFW, EFW. We're good.
Sockets, flip the switch and watch them run. Take it back, the crowd. I'm all dressed up and naked. I see what's mine and take it. Oh yeah, the crowd. So close I can taste it. I see what's